welcome back to the Paul Dolden Details channel. I'm Paul, and apologies of late, I've been missing in action. The weather has been appalling. It's been chucking it down with rain, we've had sleet, we've had blooming gales, which is, by the way, is blowing a hoolie out there today. Don't worry, we are going out there, but I'll have to narrate it because you won't hear a word I'm saying unless a car gets blown away. So I've been missing in action. Also had my works Christmas do. Massive group of us went out, 2 of us. Close, and had far too much real ale. Although we had a brilliant night, didn't feel at all well that weekend. Anyway, dog ate me homework, excuses, all that crap. So on with this week's video. A little while ago I reached out to a company called Black Pearl Tyre Trim and Armour, or Black Pearl. Guy Tom, got in touch with him because I was so intrigued by this product I'm going to show you this week. Sometimes I get sent stuff, you know, people message me on Instagram and say, you know, do you want to try our stuff? I might reach out to a company and say, you know, cool, that looks really good, we'll have a go at that, or buy a product in. But generally I'm very, very lucky and guys send me stuff to review. So I've actually reached out to this guy because I was so intrigued by this product. Now, it's going to be controversial, this video, because there's a lot of people just going to go, no, I'm not having that. And then other guys will go, really? Are you sure? And I've read it and spoke to Tom about this product. So we'll get to the reason why it's controversial later on, but I'm going to be testing this outside. I'll briefly talk about it now, what this is all about. So this is basically a tyre dressing or a tyre sealant or a tyre paint. I personally think it's a paint. I wouldn't say it was a sealant, although it's got sealing properties. Comes in a gloss bottle and a matte bottle. So we've got, I'll show you the small ones. These are the 4-ounce ones. So we've got this one. This is the gloss one. Both look exactly the same, but this one's got a dot on it. This is the matte version. This is the 4-ounce versions. And you can get these in bigger versions as well. This is the 16-ounce, Paul, get your words out, 16-ounce version of the same products. Now, why is it controversial? Why is it so different? Well, begin by saying this can last up to 6 months. Yes, I said 6 months, not 3 weeks, not 2 weeks, not 2 months, but 6 months under certain road conditions, depending on where you live. This is what they've come up with. The tests and everything have been done. This is a polymer-based, water-based product. It's applied very, very differently. I might do a different way of applying this in the video today because I'll get to it in a bit, because it's quite weird how this is applied, but it's actually applied with this, a paint roller. If you go onto the website and click on the link, there's actually a demo of this being applied. So a little paint roller and a little tray. We'll talk about that a bit later on when we actually do the video. So this is just a water-based, non-sling, no oil, won't damage your tyres. This is what it's based on, polymer-based, up to 6 months. I'm quite intrigued by this because 6 months is a hell of a duration, and I've spoke to Tom about this, and you know, they wouldn't say it if they weren't, you know, if they didn't do the test. Now, fire your comments down below, because it is a hell of a duration for a tyre sealant or tyre paint, tyre dressing, however you want to call it. Be very, very interesting. Apparently, it's water pressure proof, so your jet washer, when you blast your tyres, it doesn't come off. And also doesn't get that horrible sling up the side of your vehicle. Those of you who use perhaps some of the other brand leaders like Maguire's, very, very good product. I used to use it years ago, and it used to flick up the sides of my car. I mean, it's really good wet look stuff. It repels water and all that, but it always used to sling. Apparently this is a 0 sling, so be very, very interesting to use this. I'm going to do a 50-50. I'm going to apply the gloss one on one half of the tyre, and I'm going to apply the matte one on the other half of the tyre. Now, there is one key thing about this. This is the prep. When you strip your tyres back using your APC or your degreaser, you have to repeat the process easily 2 times, perhaps 3. They're actually saying that the bonding process is so important to get it keyed on the tyre. We know this anyway from previous products. You have to clean your tyres and scrub the living daylights out of them, but what they're saying is this is really, really important. In actual fact, they mention using IPA. I'm not going to use IPA, I'm going to use a strong dilution of APC, all-purpose cleaner, and we'll see how we go. So I'm going to get changed into my thermals because it's absolutely freezing out there, and we're going to get on with this video. So here we go for the review. For the first things I'm going to say is, yes, I need new tyres, and yes, my car was filthy. I only did this front wheel as a demo because it was bitterly cold, and I just want to get my video done with the poor light. So give it a good rinse down with your pressure washer first before you do anything else. Next, you're going to apply your APC. This is 4:1. I believe this is Maguire's. This was actually provided for the review. You can use an APC of your choice or a heavy duty degreaser. And then use a pretty firm brush. This is my Attribution brush. There's two of these, obviously. There's a soft tip one, but this is the slightly more aggressive one, stiffer bristles. I wish I could do it this quick in real life, honestly. Thank goodness for editing. So as you can see, there is still some more residue. You really want to make this so it turns white. Hit it again if you have to. So once you've done it, give it a quick rinse. And this is what it should look like, nice and white. Obviously I'll rinse them again. Now if you have got one of these things to hand, this is the Blaster Sidekick. Really handy tool this is. Keeps you warm as well. Not that you want to stick this down your trousers, only a fool would do such a thing. So a quick 50-50. Now this is the roller method. I put on slightly too much, and of course I've speeded the film up for your enjoyment. This is the gloss version on this side. See a little bit of residue there on the wheel. Maybe being a bit overzealous with it. You don't need a lot of this, honestly. So that's what it looks like while it's drying. It does have a pretty glossy effect to it. You can put 2 coats on if you want. Allow 20 to 30 minutes in between coats. Now, on the other side, I decided to use the matte version, just using an applicator pad. You can use one of your tyre ones if you want. Now notice this bit, that rebate right in there by the wheel. That's one thing I couldn't hit with the roller. And there you have it, a 50-50. So you've got the gloss on the left and the matte on the right. A bit of a closer look for you. This next shot was actually after I pressure washed the tyre. That is what I was left with. You can just see the line there in the middle. Thank God for that, we're back in the warm. Right, okay, let's talk about this product. So, first things first, the way it's applied with this paint roller. Pretty unorthodox way of applying a tyre dressing, very novel. I can see a couple of issues with it. Not so much when it's on the flatter part of the tyre, you know, when you're rolling around it. It's just when it gets right near the alloy itself. You've got that little sort of rebate, and I've found that using the applicator pad, I can sort of stick my finger right in there and working my way around the tyre. And there isn't an issue with cleaning this out at all. It comes out fairly easy. This is a newer one, obviously. I've got the other older one over there. I didn't want to ruin a brand new one, obviously, just for the review. And the other thing is, you don't need a lot of it. I mean, you literally need a few squirts, but I didn't like the fact that you're going to leave it in the tray and then you're going to wash that out, and then that, when you're using your own tyre dressing, whatever you want to use, and you put it on an applicator pad, it sort of stays in the pad, and then for the next time you've probably sort of got some still in there, and guys will know what I mean. If you've used the same one, if you can, if it's quite a durable applicator pad or a sponge, they become sort of caked in it, and it sort of saves your products in the long run, kind of, if you know what I mean. With this, you're washing it out, you know, you don't really want to leave it in there. You're going to wash it out, wash the tray. And I didn't want to waste the product. You know, it's not cheap, this product. We'll come to that in a minute, but it's just a different way of applying it. If it was the way that it was designed for, then go ahead and use it. Me personally, I'd would rather use an applicator pad, just my personal point of view. So in that respect, this is a novel thing, you know. On a bigger tyre, perhaps you're going to want a bigger one of these. You start doing 4x4s, you're going to be like, you know, all over the place. So just my point of view. So in that respect, I'm going to shelve that. You know, you get one with each kit, each bottle you get one, but for me personally, I prefer to use, it's just what you're used to, applicator pad. So, sorry Tom, but I'm going to stick with my applicator pad. Right, so matte and gloss, both went on very, very well. The shot at the end with it dry, I'd obviously hit it with a pressure washer just to show you like the 50-50, to show it actually bonds to the tyre. I can't mention this enough. When you clean the tyre, that was cleaned 3 times in the end, and you must wait for your foam, if you're cleaning it with like the APC, to foam back white, and you've got rid of all the tyre residue. Talking to Tom about this, he said it's absolutely, you know, it's key to, as it is with anything really, if you're going to create a good bond between the surfaces, they've got to be scrupulously clean. So if you can read up on the website, and it shows a demo of it, it's a lot easier anyway than you think, well, as you saw. So when it comes to price, now this is the bit I was a little bit worried about. Just purely my point of view, the small one, which is the 4 ounce, is £32 plus delivery. Now, if it lasts up to 6 months, brilliant, awesome, you're saving money in the long run. You don't have to keep reapplying this and keep reapplying it and reapplying it, unless you want that dipped in honey look, when they look like they've, you know, been dunked in honey. And it's, don't put a lot on, by the way, don't put a lot on. It splashed on the wheel the first time we used it. If you want that look, you can reapply, you know, an extra coat on that really glossy look, but personally, I think 1 coat's enough. So that's the small one, that's £32. When it comes to the big one, it's, hang on, let me have a look. So when it comes to the bigger bottle, the 16 ounce one, this is £78. Now, if you're only going to use it, all right, twice a year, theoretically, then, you know, you bought it once, it's just going to sit in your cupboard, and then, but if you're a valeter, then this is brilliant. If you're doing a monthly wash regime on a car, you go back to the same clients, this is one product you're not going to have to use a lot of, because you've used it once, the tyres are sealed, they're nice and dark, you can keep using your pressure washer, it's not going to rinse off. So in that respect, then it's probably going to save you money in the long run. Purely my point of view. Love to know your comments on this and the way this was applied. You know, fire your comments underneath, and please go and check the website out and see what you think, see what you guys think, because this is just purely me reaching out and purely out my own curiosity, if you like. I thought, blimey, that's 6 months, that's a tall order for a tyre dressing. I thought, I've got to have a go at this, you know. Perhaps over a few months we can look at the tyre, I'll leave the tyre alone and we can just see if it's still on there, you know, because it'd be really interesting to know. So that was Black Pearl Tyre. Right, thanks Tom for sending them down, and we'll be talking to you very, very soon. On the channel coming up, we've got a Christmas special. I'm going to try and do a big thank you to everybody. Excuse me, shaking the camera, because there have been so many companies that have sent me stuff down. I owe a massive thanks to you guys out there, not just companies, but people that subscribe to the channel, Instagrammers. You know, there's going to be a big thank you going out. So what is coming up, apart from the Christmas special, which is coming up in a week or so, coming up in 2018, where did 2017 go? We have got Monster Shine Car Care, more from ODK. I've got OCD Finish, never tried any of their stuff, got some ceramic stuff to do. There's also more from Gavin Baker. There'll be more from TDG, more from Details Passions, and numerous other companies coming up for more products to show you guys. All new companies, some you might have heard of, some you might not have heard of, but new to the channel and perhaps new to you. This is what the channel is all about. Anyway, big thanks to you guys for watching. I will see you on the Christmas special very, very soon. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Tally bye.